All right, we're back here on JD's Live Cigar Reviews, the Ashton VSG Torpedo, and this is part 3 of the report. And I'm sad to report the complete deconstruction of the cigar. Here's a piece of the wrapper that flaked off and fell off. Here is the wrapper coming undone from the cigar not burning properly. Very, very disappointing construction issues on this unit. And still having issues trying to get smoke from it, even at this short stage. So I'm kind of waiting for people that have been watching this to join up again, but I can't wait forever. I'm going to have to try and do a burn correction to salvage the fourth third of the cigar and hopefully get some enjoyment out of this thing. I've been fighting for an hour and so. So let me do that right now. If you joined me late and you didn't see what this thing looked like when I came back on live, just roll it from the beginning and you'll be able to see the disappointing problems that I've run into with deconstruction of the cigar while in the process of combustion. These are things that I don't care. A $20 cigar should not act this way for any reason, in my opinion. And I am utterly disappointed, but I still don't want to take away of the finer points of the Ashton VSG. It's just that the next one, if I ever get a chance to do another one of these, is going to be a regular configuration, not the torpedo. Now, with that correction, the flavor came back, the draw came back, but man, you shouldn't have to do that. It's a pleasant, but see, we still have some wrapper unraveling happening here. I don't know what's up with that. Now, every other cigar that I smoke at 63.8 doesn't do that. So, it's not because it wasn't up at 70% humidity. I don't smoke any of my cigars at 70. If I check a cigar at 70% humidity, I let it sit for half a day before I touch it until it goes down to 65, so I don't have burn issues and muted taste. That's my target, 65% humidity. Now, of course, I don't know how accurate my cigar checker is, but this was in the right range. So this deconstruction I've seen before at one I lit up at 59, but certainly not 64. So I had far greater expectations for this cigar than what it yielded through the smoke. And I wish I had better things to say about this particular cigar because it's supposed to be, you know, one of the best. When you can get some smoke out of it and you've got the wrapper burning 70 or 80% around through the draw, it's a fine tasting cigar, and it went through all the cycle of mutations of tasting notes that is typical of a high dollar premium cigar. So I don't have the complaints about the blend per se, or the flavor of the cigar is incredibly good. The aroma is just wonderful. But I've not been happy with the burn, the draw, or the construction in general of this Ashton VSG torpedo. Fine tasting cigar, and it looks a lot cleaned up from when I first restarted this video. I mean, it was an atrocity. 2 separate runs and flaking off of the wrapper. Just and you know, that's really surprising because when this cigar started, there's still a sheen. Look at that sheen on the wrapper, indicating plenty of oils. So why is it flaking off as if it was too dry? I don't know the answer to that. So yeah, if you just rejoin me, make sure you watch the very beginning of this video and see what this cigar looked like before I just touched it up, and it was atrocious. Just not up to the standard of a $8 cigar, and you're going to pay $20 for this one. Mighty fine it's back to savory again. You can tell that it has the bones of a very, very fine smoke. But with these issues I've had, I mean, I can't give it anywhere near the 96 that this thing is rated at. I haven't added it up yet, but it's going to be in the vicinity of low 80s. Look at that gnarly son of a gun. I mean, that's not what you expect from a $20 cigar. I'm just saying. Never had a Perdón do some weird crap like that. And the last Padron I smoked was at 63 on my checker. And it had a perfect burn and a perfect behavior all the way down through, you know, when I was burning the toothpick at the end of the last quarter inch of that son of a gun. So yeah, I'm not impressed. I think the problem is the torpedo. Now, if you had good luck with a torpedo, or particularly this cigar, throw that in the comments. I mean, this is only a one-off try here. I'm not likely to ever buy any torpedo cigar, especially the Ashton VSG torpedo, because of this experience. I mean, I'm just a regular guy. I got $20 to throw away on another cigar battle. Is anything I hate is having to battle, fight a cigar all the way down. And this has been a battle. And the cigar is winning, because I really don't feel satisfied. I'm probably going to smoke a cigarette after I'm done with this son of a bitch. You smoke a good cigar, you're not going to want to smoke a cigarette, if you're a cigarette smoker, that is, until long hours after you're done with that cigar, and not just because of nicotine, just because of the satisfaction that you've had your fill of smoking for a while, Still fighting this thing to get any smoke. After poking the hell out of it 5 or 6 times with my poker. Wrapper is continuing to flake as we go. I've got a crack right in the, not at the V part, in the middle of the high part of the V is a crack. Right along at what looks to be the vein structure of the wrapper leaf. So once again, this is the Ashton VSG torpedo, a dark and succulent Ecuador Sumatra wrapper leaf surrounds a vintage core of Dominican long filler tobaccos blended by legendary cigar maker Carlito Fuente to deliver a robust profile of cedar, espresso bean, earth, black pepper, and leather. Country of origin, Dominican Republic. Strength full. Size 6.5 to 55. MSRP $17.80 plus tax. Well, if somebody gave me one of these, I'd probably give it away and tell you, good luck with that. Again, totally unfair because this is a one-off. It's the first time I've ever smoked this cigar. It's probably be the last time. But, these cigar makers have to be aware that if they put out a $20 cigar and you go to smoke it and you don't like it, and you do cigar reviews, you're going to tell people, hey, this cigar is not worth $20. Sorry, it's not. And Carlito Fuente, my God, isn't he the godfather of excellent cigars? I think he might be. So it's a little bit surprising that it isn't better. And due to my repeated tugging on this thing in order to get any smoke out of it, there seemed to be a little bit of what is that word? Can't think of the word right now. Having a senior moment, but rhymes with dank, but that's not the word. The cigar is not going to get the pick. And let me just tell you, I've had $3 cigars that I poke and smoke right to the end. This one is not making that grade. So no fourth of this one. No so bueno, Carlito. Again, it's not the blend, it's the construction, which covers the bad draw, the bad burns, the flaking off of the wrapper, even though for my climate I'm at an appropriate percentage of humidity, relative humidity, that is, you know, the story there, if you're a scarf person. So, you know what I'm going to do with this? I'm going to let it die without dignity in the ashtray. So there you have it. I'm going to give this thing an 81. Cigar Aficionado gives it 96. He must have got a good one. That's all I got to say about that. Had this thing behaved properly with the burn and not be plugged and not wrapper flaking off of it, you know, I don't get those kind of problems with a $3 cigar. I smoked an Argyle white glove and an Argyle whatever their Maduro's called, I forget. Just the other day, and the other day ago after that, before that, or whatever. And I had zero burn issues. I had consistent taste. Construction was perfect. Now, the quality of the tobacco itself, you know, was Argyle. It was okay. It wasn't as good as this cigar is supposed to be. But it was a more pleasant experience smoking a $3 cigar because I didn't have to fight it. So there you have it, the Ashton VSG Torpedo as I see it. And I'd like to remind you to please go to my Facebook page, JD's Live Cigar Reviews. Give me a follow over there so I can get up to 100 followers, so we can also add that Facebook page for these videos, and I can keep them off my other pages. But if you like politics and that kind of stuff, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, it's Article 5 Live with your host, JD. We're going to go over current events and that kind of stuff. Totally different subject than cigars. I got the Rumble channel. I got the Twitch channel. I got the X, Article 5 Hour on X. And Facebook. Article 5 Live on my personal page, JD Smalis, and the Article 5 Live Facebook page. Broadcasting in those and many other platforms. So catch me tomorrow night, 8 p.m. for that subject matter. Don't forget alppouch.com/Article 5 Live. Well, if you use that hashtag, or that tag, at the end of alppouch.com, you get 10% off. And you help these broadcasts as well, because they kicked me a little something back. Plus, you get a discount, and this broadcast gets a little bit of revenue. alppouch.com, Article 5 Live. And yeah, so hit that up if you're into nicotine pouches. And that's it from me on this edition of Article 5 Live, part 3 of the VSG review. Disappointing, but it is what it is. And we'll catch you next time we have time to do another Article 5 review. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being with me. Spread this around if you like this kind of content. And we'll see you on the next JD's Article 5. JD's Live Cigar Reviews. Thanks, and have a great rest of your weekend. See you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. for Article 5 Live. Thanks, you guys.